Hope everyone's doing well. My name's Andreas. I'll this is be our fourth episode. We have player Brandon Bennett, a local native to Greenville. He went to Riverside. Some people call him B. But Brandon, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing. That's the best way to put it. Uh,
I hear
s-
you.
so it's not every day that we get to talk to someone who's experienced a couple different levels when it comes to sport, football specifically, but when it comes to the college and professional level, and it's a little different when it comes to your perspective from my perspective, because first of all I haven't played college football, and second of all I haven't even thought about playing professional football. But so in saying that, just tell us a little bit about your experience as a college player, what that was like, and then obviously because you played professional ball, we're gonna jump to there, and it's a little different perspective from what everybody thinks. They're professionals, so you're thinking that they play 8 hours a day,
Right,
and
right.
they're over there, just kicking the ball around. But it's a lot more. If you want to be the best, you want to play against the best, you got to think like the best, and that looks a little different. But walk us through some of your college years.
You know what? College was a swift kick in my butt, really. You
Mm,
know what I mean? Because coming through high school, I was a good athlete. And I worked on my craft or whatever, but I mean, you're always thinking that, hey, you're killing it on the football field and all sports. I was a track, I was basketball, I did a bit of everything. And you know, with that, you think you're working hard, but realistically, you know, I wasn't working as hard as I thought.
mm,
You know, graduating high school, I was the number one free safety in the country, number two running back. But I wanted to stay running back, and ended up going to choosing South Carolina on my scholarship to go there. So it was funny, man, because I got there, and I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? In high school, I'm averaging 199 yards a game and only played in like one or two fourth quarters because he was killing people.
mm.
You know what I mean? And so I get to South Carolina, and I went to end up going to school earlier, like a lot of the kids do now. I graduated and went straight into college and everything, and ended up being there with the veterans at the University of South Carolina. And I mean, it was crazy because they had no love for me. They was just like, rookie, you know, you're a little freshman punk. You trying to come in here and take jobs or whatever. And I'm just like, wow. They're not receptive, but you got to think those guys were the top guys that came out too. They were there, and I'm coming in now to try to take their spot, take their time playing. So I'm there. My brother was there, and he was my savior because he was just like, man, leave my brother alone. So I'm like that little. I'm like he's like my security blanket.
Yeah.
I'm like lying. He's like I'm like lying. He's like the security blanket. I'm trying to just stay around him and everything, whatever. But I mean, it was. I mean, to really get there and to really start having to really work. You know what I mean? And having somebody that's just saying, hey, let's go. Get up. Hey, you don't care. You're not tired. Kick. We got down to pick. Get your butt up and come on. You know what I mean? And so it was something to leave straight from high school to where I was the one pushing everybody to get in college. And now, I have people that really don't respect me at all because I haven't done anything.
Yeah,
I
it's
understand.
flipped. You got
You
to
know what I
earn your
mean? So
respect in there.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So to be out there, I remember one time specifically, man. We were out there, we're doing up and down things. We would do a sprint, and then we do like 20 up and downs, and then we sprint and do some more up and downs forever. I mean, it was so hot on there. I remember the ROTC people came out there from Fort Jackson and was like, look, y'all got to leave. This hot. The humidity is up too hot. And
Mm,
our coach was like, okay, we'll go ahead and hit these next 20, and then we can leave. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, dude, I mean, there was a lot of doubt that came in my mind because I'm like, bro, can I really do this? My teammates don't really like me. It's hot as heck. I've never worked this hard. You know what I mean?
quick
And now,
quick question.
go ahead.
In
Yep.
between, and so we're gonna take a break from you going through in between. But how big was mental toughness when it came to playing the sport?
Oh, man, it's a whole heck of a lot. Heck of a lot because, I mean, there's so many times. The thing is, like, even at that time, yeah, man, when I got to South Carolina, I was the number two running back. The number five when Florida was there. The number seven from Virginia was there. I
Yeah.
mean, it was so the numbers didn't matter. We sitting there talking numbers, and the numbers were the same. They mirrored each other. So getting out there and being able to understand that, hey, you know what, I got to fight. I got to be strong enough to get out here, study my books to know what's going on the field, but then I also understand that, hey, it's going to be bad days, and it's going to be days that I'm going to have to come out here and just straight kill it, and people are not still going to give me that respect. So I got to be strong enough and confident to know to do it every day. And I think that's one of the problems. Man, one of my brother told me one day, he said, bro, don't worry about nothing. The eye in the sky don't lie. He said, so as long as you sit there and keep putting it down, they're going to see it on film because they film every practice.
Yeah.
So he said, that eye that's up in that sky is going to see everything you do. And as long as you put it down like you need to, everybody's going to see it and you're going to get your due.
And it doesn't work just doing it one time. It's talking about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when they're not watching Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and the next day. And it doesn't stop.
Well,
I mean,
and the thing is that, the thing about it is what you don't understand is that even when you're not on that field, you still have to be studying film. It still has to be a mental game to where you're thinking about how to get better on that field. You can't just leave it on the field. You have to go home and you have to evaluate it. You have to evaluate you. I tell people all the time that I used to be a thief. And what I mean by that is I'm watching all the other running backs. And I'm seeing what they do good and what I need to work on. And I'm stealing that and I'm adding that to my repertoire. I'm adding that to my bag of tricks. Because now, if I can do what I do and I can do what they do, ain't no way that they could doubt me and to put any of them other guys in front of me. So the mental part is studying and being able to figure out, for one, being serious and understanding, hey, you know what? This is where I lack it. You know what I mean? And this is where I'm strong at. So I need to even that lack, that negative and that positive, I need to even those up a little bit so that I have none.
So switching forward. So let's take it to professional. What's a day in the life of a professional football athlete?
Man, football professional is funny, man. It's funny because I used to think it was all fun and games and we just don't go out here and play. But no, I get up at 6. I'd be at the facility by 6:30. I'm working out. And I'm trying to get it in. I'm trying to get it in and get that strength because maintenance is what lifting weights is. You don't have to be killing yourself for 100,000 pounds on that, but you need to maintain doing it because that's what keeps you from getting hurt. So I would go work out, 2 days a week like that. But then, the funny thing about it, man, is that when you go in there, you're going into a classroom. It's just like going to regular school. I'd go in there with a backpack on, pencil, paper, highlighters, markers, everything. You know what I mean? And my classroom was meeting with my coaches to learn what we had to do. We're sitting there, and the coaches are up at the front, my teacher, and he's calling out plays, and he's doing things with it. We're writing down, we're taking notes and studying film and all this or whatever. People think that you're playing football a lot. No, man, we'd be on the football field maybe an hour and a half, hour and 45, 2 hours at the absolute most. The other times were studying in the classroom. It's meeting individually. It's picking you apart and saying, okay, well, here's a running back meeting. Here is a pass group meeting. Here is a quarterbacks and running back. Here is a team meeting. Here is, special teams meeting with kickoff returners. So you're in meetings and you're getting essentially dissected in every meeting on every team that you're a part of to figure out what's going on. Why are we not successful here? Why are we successful here? Where should we put Brandon? Where shouldn't we put Brandon? You know what I mean? So, it's a lot different than people think, man. That Sunday that you see it's a Thursday or Monday night or whatever you see us, that's the easiest day of our life.
I guess that would be a little different from what I'm used to. And I had the opportunity to go overseas to go try out professionally for a team in Uruguay, and that was true. We would stretch for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, get into practice, play for about 45 to 50 minutes. Then after that, they just talk about what's to come the next day, and it wasn't. And the thing is you had a lot of downtime, but that's the only thing that's going to separate you from everyone else on that team is what you chose to do in your downtime. Some people choose to like party around. Some people choose to like live a lifestyle because there's a huge bank account there, and it's fun. But how long did they stay?
Well, and that's the thing, and I think that's one of the things that people don't understand. It's crazy when we look at pro sports and you say, you know, the starters come out and you be like, hey, the scrubs on, or these guys. No, man, there's none of them in there. In the NBA, NFL, PGA, baseball, I mean, you know what I mean? There's none of them out there. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of some guys are just better. Like anything, some guys are just better. Some guys understand the game better. You know what I mean? I was one that I studied the film. And when I studied film, I mean, I broke it down. I played running back. So I broke it down, and I would study what linebackers did on the other side, what the D-line did on the other side. And I always got cut of every different position so I could learn how they did. And what that did for me is it slowed the game down.
Confidence?
You know what I mean? Exactly. Oh, yeah. It gave me a whole lot of confidence, bro. Because now when I went on the field, as soon as they lined up, I already knew what the hole was. I already knew what the game plan on that side was about to be. So I had a head start on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what makes the good great. You know what I mean? That's what separates people from from the other people. Because now, instead of them just relying on their athletic ability, I'm relying on that, and then I'm able to react because I have a educated guess on what's about to happen.
So quick last question, because we're running out a little bit of time, and I want to keep it short because I want the listeners to come back and watch the next video. But yeah.